Hey everyone, welcome to Metal Customs. Today I'm going to show y'all how to do a fuel filter change. I'm working on my 2000 F150 4x4 and changing the fuel filters pretty much the same on all vehicles. Sometimes it just takes different tools to get the filter off and back on again, but the procedure is fairly the same, especially for the majority of these Fords. And what you're going to need to accomplish this, of course, is a new fuel filter, disconnect tool, something like I've got here. They've got them in plastic and all kinds of different, setups and stuff, but that just happens to be the one I have. And I happen to have a fuel pressure gauge. And what I'm going to use this for is to bleed the system off so that I don't have no pressure. Let me bring y'all in, because that's the first thing that we need to do. That's the first thing you need to do, locate your fuel rail. Pretty much, the majority of them, it is chrome, so it's easy to see. But you'll notice it's got lines coming into it, and that's where your injectors are. On your fuel rail will be a Schrader valve, just like the valve on your tires. See if I can get this where y'all see it a little bit better. Hopefully y'all can see that okay. There's a Schrader valve right here. Be a little plastic cap on it. Yeah, and usually they're not this tight. Alright, take the plastic cap off. And I'll grab my fuel pressure gauge. Now this fuel pressure gauge has an adapter that comes with it, and it's used for pretty much all of them. Alright, first thing first, screw this adapter down on there. And before you get that down, go ahead and get you some rags shoved down in there. That way a little bit of gas that does get spilled won't be sitting in your intake. Alright, that should catch everything. Right, let me run that bad boy down. Alright, now that's tight. Now for the gauge itself. Alright, and that is tight. So it is registering nothing. But I will go ahead, there's a release button on here. If it had pressure on it, I would hit that button and release the pressure off of it. Alright, now that we got that step done, go ahead and take all this back off. Now guys, sometimes I've seen a lot of people just take a little flathead screwdriver, push a Schrader valve to bleed it off of there. And as long as you got something underneath there to catch all that gas, I reckon that's okay. But you're just taking a chance of getting sprayed with gas. But if that's what you have to work with, then that's what you use. Alright, we'll replace our Schrader valve cap. Just keeps dust and dirt out of there. Alright, and get our rag out of the way. Alright, let's move on to underneath. Alright, on this particular vehicle, the fuel filter is right here on the rail. So it's really no big deal to get to. It just snaps out of this holder. Pay attention to which way the fuel filter is going. There is an inlet and there is an outlet. and put it in exactly the same way. Most of them will have a line on there saying flow, so that means in and out. Alright, now we have these little safety catches, as I call them. Just push them up, forward, then they're out of the way. Same on both sides. Alright, now the fun part. Sometimes this goes easy, sometimes it does not. This is basically a spring around in here that clamps in to the little barbs on the fuel filter. What you're trying to do is go in here, just like so, and spread them out so that the fuel filter will pop off the lines. And yes, it is a pain sometimes. Show y'all on this back one here. Alright, what I do, I push the line in hard as I can, get my tool in there, push it, push it, push it, and I know I've got it loose because I felt it slide back so, but I'm still going to get back here out of the way when I pull this line, just in case there was some pressure on there. I don't want to get gas leaking all over me. Alright, and we were good. Apparently we did release all the pressure from up front. Set that line in an upward position. That way gas won't drip from it. Alright, let's see if our front line is going to be as nice as that back one was. A little bit harder to get to. Alright, got it that time. Same with this line. Want it to be sitting upwards. Alright, that's just what's leaking out of the filter. Let's go ahead and get our filter snapped out of here. That is that. Always tilt the filter forward and then back. Good clean gas coming out of both. So what that's telling me is more than likely that filter was not stopped up. Alright, go ahead and grab your new one. Snapped in the holder, and your lines will basically just snap right back on there. Push them up on there and try to pull them back off. Alright, put that little latch back on there. Y'all can see really well on this rear line. Put it on there. You literally do hear it snap. Then get your little safety thing back on there. And bam, that's it. Wipe off all the old excess fuel that you did spill, because we're going to cycle this thing and check and make sure that we don't have no leaks nowhere. Alright, now what we're going to do is cycle that pump on and off some to get some pressure built up. We're just turning the key on, waiting a few seconds, turn it off, Do it again. You will hear your fuel pump. And a third time. Alright, now we'll look under there and see if we got any leaks. Nope, I do not see a drip or a leak one, so we've done a good job. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, turn the key off, turn it back on one more time, and fire it up, and that'll let that air get out of the system. Check for leaks one last time. Everything dry as a bone, so we've done a good job. And there we have it. That's how to change a fuel filter on this truck. And like I say, that translates over to a lot of different vehicles. Some of them have a different style of clip that holds the filter on. Some GMs, you got to get a couple of wrenches and break them loose because they're screwed together. But generally, release the fuel pressure. However you have to do that on your particular vehicle, look it up, then just swap the filter, do the safety check so you don't have no leaks, and you're ready to rock and roll. Well guys, appreciate you watching the video. Hope y'all enjoyed that and maybe learned a little something. If you would, throw me down some comments. If you're able, hit us up on Patreon, and please like, share, and subscribe. Again, thanks for watching, and until the next one, I hope that y'all have a fantastic day.